The gig economy has redefined the meaning of fast food.
Thank you so much. Have an amazing day.
See you.
But convenience has come at a price for people like Li Hongwei. She spoke to 7:30 from her home in rural China through a Mandarin translator.
My husband was very willing to help other people. He was a very good father, a good husband and a good son.
Li Hong's husband, Zhao Jun Chen, died while working as a food delivery rider for Hungry Panda in late 2020. He was hit by a bus in inner Sydney. Zhao Jun was one of 5 delivery workers killed on Australian roads in just 3 months that year.
After the accident happened, my daughter and my son lost their father forever. I lost my husband forever, and the entire family has been in great grief.
For Li Hong, it's been a long and painful battle for justice. Just weeks after her husband died, she braved the global pandemic and travelled from China to Australia to give evidence at a New South Wales inquiry into the gig economy. While Hungry Panda paid for her flights and accommodation, it said it did not need to provide compensation for her husband's death.
In that meeting, did you ask Hungry Panda for either any form of compensation or support?
They said according to law, they have no obligation or responsibility to provide that. However, outside of the law, they are happy to provide as much support as they can. What I cannot understand is that he has been working for Panda all this time and he has been working so hard. So why is he not entitled to those benefits?
Gig workers are classified as contractors, not employees, meaning they're not entitled to compensation under the state system. Li Hongwei had to take legal action against Hungry Panda, and now, nearly 2 years after her husband's death, the Personal Injury Commission has ordered the company to pay out $830,000 to Li Hong and her 2 children. A key finding was that Zhao Jun Chen was employed by Hungry Panda, a decision Li Hong's lawyer argues opens the way for more cases.
In a lot of these cases, if the right legal representation is not sought, or maybe they don't even know that the rights exist, I do believe that it creates an opportunity for others to see that it can be done, and hopefully it will mean that other claims are accepted on similar basis if the circumstances warrant it.
Hey Kim, what are you going to have?
Tonight, I'll be eating a chicken schnitty
with its slick advertising and celebrity endorsements, the industry is worth billions.
Thanks.
But around the world, workers and governments have been pushing back. Labour law expert Professor Andrew Stewart says the tide is turning.
The European Union is shifting now pretty decisively to the idea of putting rules in place that will force delivery platforms, in effect, to employ their workers.
I've been doing deliveries for more than 4 years. Right now I'm on 6 platforms.
Gig worker Nabin Adhikari juggles his work for different apps, as well as a casual supermarket job in Canberra. While he says the app work is flexible, he has little to save up for the future.
Payment on the any of the app is not that much. There's no rights for us, nothing at all. We would like to have superannuation definitely, then annual leaves or sick leave.
In Australia, the Transport Workers Union has signed agreements with DoorDash and now the largest player in the market, Uber, to work together on better paying conditions for gig workers. It's a significant turnaround for Uber, which has been fighting the union through the courts.
Gig companies have seen the results of an unregulated system and they are horrific. People die.
The Albanese government is now moving to honour its election promise to act, with plans to give the Fair Work Commission new powers to set minimum standards for gig workers.
The only way to deal with this is to have government action. The only way to change the situation for these exploited workers is to use the building that I'm in right now and legislate. and that's what we'll do.
Uber was unavailable to be interviewed by 7:30, but said, while Uber and the union may not seem like allies, we're committed to working with the TWU, the federal government and others in the industry. For now, workers and their families say they'll continue to speak out.
I hope that I can fight for the rights and the protections delivery riders deserve to have. I also hope that no other family suffers the sadness and pain we have experienced. I hope things like this will never happen again.